Hi guys, അപ്പോൾ ഈ വീക്കെൻഡ് ഞങ്ങൾ എല്ലാ കസിൻസും കൂടി പോയതാണ് SeaWorld Abu Dhabi and honestly it was such a fun day. ഞങ്ങൾ 2 കാറിലാണ് പോകാൻ വിചാരിച്ചത്. So one of my cousins actually picked me up and ഞങ്ങൾ രണ്ടുപേരും പോയി ഞങ്ങൾ വേറെ കസിൻസും അവരുടെ മക്കളെയാണ് പിക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പോയത്. And my other cousins picked another cousins and അവർ വേറൊരു സെപ്പറേറ്റ് കാറിലാണ് വരാൻ പ്ലാൻ ചെയ്തത്.
How are you? You can see me?
Yes, I can see you. I can see you. Yes. Hi. How are you? And honestly, the drive itself was such a vibe. Nalla music, correct conversations, and full-on family road trip energy. And the best part was ഞങ്ങൾ actually വളരെ early ആണ് അവിടെ എത്തിയത്, like around 9:30 and SeaWorld open ആകുന്നത് 10 മണിക്കാണ്. So we were literally the first person to actually arrive. ഞങ്ങളാണ് ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഈ SeaWorldന്റെ പാർക്കിംഗ് കാലിയാണ്. I am opening the shutters. ഞങ്ങൾ അവിടെ എത്തിയപ്പോഴേക്കും the parking lot was khali, so we already knew that we were the first ones to arrive because SeaWorld തുറക്കുന്നത് 10 മണിക്കാണ്. ഞങ്ങൾ നല്ല കൃത്യനിഷ്ഠ പാലിക്കുന്ന ആൾക്കാരായതുകൊണ്ട് ഞങ്ങൾ 9:30 തന്നെ എത്തി and we were waiting for the other cousins and we actually started walking towards the entrance because we thought ഇത് തുറന്നോ ഇല്ലെന്ന് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് അറിയില്ല.
10 o'clock here, but we thought we'll go and check whether it is already open and if we can get the tickets. So my cousin is already there in the front. Closed? Sadly, it is closed. What does it say?
But I don't think this is the entrance.
Yeah, this is research rescue. അത് അവിടെ ഒന്ന് അയാളെന്താ പറഞ്ഞത്? ഇതാണോ? I think we are at the wrong entrance. ഇവിടെ കയറി നോക്കാം. നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ കയറി നോക്കാം. We have to stand in the line there. I think there is only one family sitting there. So we're going to wait for other cousins also. Once they come in, we're going to go up, get the tickets from the counter because mind this, നിങ്ങൾ ഒരു മെഡിക്കൽ സ്റ്റാഫ് ആണെങ്കിൽ അതർ സ്റ്റുഡൻ്റ് ആണെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഡിസ്കൗണ്ടഡ് പ്രൈസിൽ കിട്ടും. പ്ലസ് യു ക്യാൻ ഗെറ്റ് around 4 or 5 people in your ticket. So per person 125 day ticket varan vannu. So that's what we have done. We have one doctor with us and we actually have 2 students, but we're just going to use one more student's ticket and the ticket price is going to cost us like 125 dirhams. So let's see, ni counter poyale ariyolu offer കിട്ടുമില്ല.
And that was the reason ഞങ്ങൾ actually purposefully ആണ് ബുക്ക് ചെയ്യാതിരുന്നത് tickets online. We went there at the counter to get this offer. Then we were waiting for the rest of the cousins to arrive before getting the tickets. Once everyone came, we entered and one of the staff actually suggested that we do all the rides first before exploring because it gets super crowded by the afternoon. So that's exactly what we did.
We're going to go get tickets. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ if you are a medical staff or a student നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ടിക്കറ്റ് കുറവ് പ്രൈസിന് കിട്ടും. So almost around 125 dirhams per ticket കിട്ടും and we are around 11 people.
Basically because of me 125
yes, one is him. He's a university student. We actually have one more university student.
Then we got our tickets and the staff suggested that we should do the rides before exploring because it generally gets crowded by the afternoon. Also there is a countdown before we enter, so we were quite excited for that.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
മെസ്സേജ് അടുത്തോട്ട് ഞാൻ നാട്ടിലത്തെ ഷട്ടർ എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ വിളിക്കാം.
So generally ഞാൻ ഈ റൈഡ്സിലൊന്നും പോകുന്ന ആളല്ല because I have motion sickness. So I'm usually the designated bag holder while everyone else enjoys their life. So എൻ്റെ എല്ലാ കസിൻസും വളരെ എക്സൈറ്റഡ് ആയിരുന്നു റോളർ കോസ്റ്ററും കാര്യങ്ങളിലൊക്കെ കയറാൻ.
ഇത് റൈഡ്സ് എല്ലാം തീർത്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നടന്ന് കാണാം, എരഞ്ഞു കാണാം, എല്ലാം കാണാം.
So once you enter, you can actually see these small fishes. കുറച്ച് stingrays ഉണ്ട്, പിന്നെ അങ്ങനെ കുറേ species of fishes അവിടെ ഉണ്ട്. You can actually also touch them. I was quite excited to see these because ഞാൻ Maldives തന്നെ കണ്ടിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. I fed them, പക്ഷേ I've never touched them, so that was quite exciting.
You can touch them?
Yeah.
Ooh. Can I?
തൊട്ടോക്കണ്ട.
Yeah.
ഇതൊക്കെ തൊട്ടോക്കാം.
Oh my god.
How is it slimy?
No, it's rough.
Really?
Angane, we started exploring the SeaWorld properly, and honestly, I felt a small child the entire time. There were so many starfishes, colorful fishes, tiny, cute Finding Nemo type fishes swimming around, and I was literally just standing there staring at them like this. And then we reached this huge aquarium session, which honestly reminded me of the Dubai Mall Aquarium, but even more immersive. There were these massive glass viewing areas where you could just stand and watch all these fishes swimming around peacefully, and it was weirdly calming. And one of my favorite part was this semicircle tunnel type aquarium where these huge fishes, sharks, manta rays, and giant sea creatures were just swimming above and around us. It honestly looked magical. Because we were the first ones to enter also, it was quite empty, the place. And then my cousins wanted to go for the roller coaster ride, while I decided to just peacefully explore SeaWorld alone for a bit.
Look at the flamingos, guys. Look at
I don't know why, but I've always found flamingos so pretty and elegant. They literally just stand there looking soft, pink and unbothered while I'm out here struggling with life. Honestly, SeaWorld is one of those places that bring out the inner child in you. Like for a few hours, you generally forget adult stress and just get excited seeing fishes, penguins, flamingos and random sea animals. And I also think I actually got lost for some time because the place is huge.
Let's go that side. I kind of feel I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Oh, there is this aquarium. Look at this, I don't know where the rides are, but I reached at a rainforest and there are a lot of birds here up. Let's check this out.
I really don't know where all I went. I went to this rainforest, and from there I reached somewhere else, and I thought of just exploring by myself.
Endless ocean. Let's check it out what all we have here. My cousins are somewhere in those rides and I'm just exploring by myself. So let's see what endakya കാണാനുള്ള എന്ന്.
As soon as I started exploring, my cousins already called me saying that they already finished the ride. So I had to head back to them and get to another ride that I was very excited for.
എനിക്ക് മോഷൻ സിക്നസ് അപ്പോൾ എടുത്തില്ല. എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു റൈഡ്?
You come to Aquarium, SeaWorld. Come to SeaWorld. Try this. Manta,
what is it called?
Manta.
Manta
rider.
Manta
roller coaster.
Manta coaster. Manta coaster.
Manta coaster.
കുറെ ബ്ലൈൻഡ് സ്പോട്ടുകളുണ്ട്. ഇങ്ങനെ വന്നിട്ട് ഇവിടെ എന്താണ് അറിയാൻ പോലെ സാധനം പറ്റില്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ സാധനം പറ്റും.
Horse walrus.
So while we waited for the other cousins, we saw the walrus, and honestly that was such a random core memory for me because walrus is one of those things I remember learning in school textbook, and after that I don't think I've ever actually seen one properly in real life. And luckily it was feeding time, so we got to watch them being fed and see them moving around properly. They're actually so huge and weirdly cute at the same time. So next I was super excited for this ride. I've seen a lot of reels and TikToks about this, so I was quite excited, but the sad part was you were not allowed to take your video, so I couldn't record anything, but it was an okay ride.
I was waiting for this ride for a while. That was good, but not as much as I thought, because I think Instagram and TikTok kanda videos was too good, and you are not allowed to take videos inside, so I don't know how. Now we're gonna go watch, I think, the penguin. So now we're gonna watch actually the penguins, and it's -1 degree എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്. നമുക്ക് പോയി നോക്കാം.
First of all, why are penguins this cute? Like, I genuinely stood there smiling the entire time watching them. There were so many penguins just walking around, swimming, chilling, minding their business. And the whole Antarctica session itself was super cool. Honestly, it made the whole experience feel even more real. And then apparently there was also a baby penguin there. At least that's what my brother claimed. But honestly, it didn't even look like a baby to me.
Penguin baby, by the way.
Baby?
This is a baby.
എനിക്ക് വിശ്വാസമില്ല കേട്ടോ.
ബേബിയുടെ അത് ചിക്കണത്.
ഇത്രയും വലിയ baby.
ആ ഈ നാഷണൽ ജിയോഗ്രാഫി പ്രോ
ഇല്ല അത് ഉറങ്ങാ വയ്യാന്നല്ല.
After spending some time inside the Antarctica, we finally came out because, oh my god, it was freezing. Like after some point, we genuinely could not feel our hands anymore. So before heading out for the next show, we stopped by this area where you could actually touch the manta rays. And honestly, that was such a cool experience. They feel so soft and slippery and weird at the same time. Then we decided to go watch this show called The Swirl. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. We were literally walking around everywhere trying to figure out where this show was happening. Left, right, upstairs, downstairs, all of us confidently walking in the wrong direction. And the funniest part was the place was actually right there the whole time. Guys, എത്ര ആൾക്കാർ പറഞ്ഞു നമുക്ക് എല്ലാം അറിയാണെങ്കിലും just don't trust. You should always have a backup plan. ഞങ്ങൾ ഓൾറെഡി ഞങ്ങളുടെ കയ്യിൽ മാപ്പ് വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതെ നമ്മുടെ ഭാഗ്യം. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ അവന്റെ റൈറ്റ് റൈറ്റിൽ പോയത്. We were basically roaming around the same area again and again without realizing that the show venue was right in front of us. I genuinely feel they should have written the direction more clearly because all of us were so confused trying to find this place. ഇവിടെ അല്ലല്ലോ, ഇത് swirl ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഇവിടെ ഒന്നും കാണുന്നില്ലല്ലോ. ഇത് swirl ആണോ?
ഇതാണ് മെയിൻ മിഡ് പോയിന്റ് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ.
Then ഇവിടെയാണ് ഫീഡിങ് നടക്കുന്നത്. That means it's a feeding show. There is no feeding. ഇവിടെ കാണുന്നത് The Swirl ആണ് ഫീഡിങ് കാണിക്കുന്നത്. പക്ഷെ this is like the main. ഇതിന്റെ മുമ്പിൽ നിന്ന് ഒരു 3-4 പ്രാവശ്യം പോയായിരുന്നു. But we didn't know that this is where the whole swirl show was happening. And honestly, it was actually a pretty nice Korpilata show. The whole setup looked very magical because there were colorful lights everywhere, reflections on the water, music playing in the background, and they were feeding the fishes during the show. It wasn't something super crazy or mind-blowing, but it was one of those calm, pretty experiences that you actually enjoy while sitting there. And the kids, oh my god, they were loving it. They were so excited watching the fishes and all the lights. And honestly, seeing them happy made the whole thing even cuter. Overall, it was a fun, chill aesthetic and a nice little break in between all the walks and the ride. By this time, ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഭയങ്കര വിശപ്പായിരുന്നു because ഞങ്ങൾ അത്രയും നടന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു and we were at that hungry stage. So we finally decided to stop and eat before going for our next show. The food area was actually quite nice. It worked kind of like the IKEA system. You basically walk through, pick whatever food you want and then pay for everything together. നമ്മൾ എന്തെടുക്കുന്നോ അതിന് പേ ചെയ്യണം. Our whole team is staying here. Honestly, the food was not bad at all. Theme park food is usually super disappointing, but this was actually decent and everyone finally became happy again after eating. And once we were done, we headed for the next attraction, which was the Dolphin show. We saw the Dolphin show and they were so cute and smart and the whole show was very wholesome to watch. Once the show got over, we headed towards the kids area because they had smaller rides there for children. And now somehow my cousins managed to convince me to sit on a kids roller coaster. And let me tell you, I was still scared, okay? Because I'm genuinely terrified of rides and surprisingly, it was actually fun. But I was screaming throughout the ride for absolutely no reason while the actual children sitting there were calmer than me. But obviously, I couldn't take the video of it. But after that, we went to watch the seal show, which honestly was just average for me compared to the Dolphin show. I didn't enjoy it as much. Also, there were quite a few other places where you could take nice pictures and there were quite a few, sharks that we saw. By then, all of us were very exhausted. So we grabbed some ice cream, sat around for a bit, spoke nonsense, laughed and just relaxed after walking the entire day. And before we even realized, it was already around 6 p.m. and SeaWorld was about to close. Honestly, it was such a wholesome and fun Cousins Day out, from rides and shows to getting lost inside the SeaWorld and forcing myself onto roller coasters. It turned out to be a really good day. So if you're planning to go out with family or cousins, especially with kids, I think you'll genuinely enjoy it. Just make sure to check out for offers before booking because that definitely makes it feel more worth it.